welcome back. I'm gonna reassemble the lower side of the H&K P30L. First we're gonna start with the mag release. We need the spring in place. There's a hole here. Put the spring in, just like that, nothing to it. And fiddle it in there. You see this notch has to go inside first, and then with a little bit of luck you can snap it in place. Then you need to line the holes. And you can do that by using the punch. Stick it through from behind and then push, fiddle around until it's coming through the hole. Wait a moment. Yeah, there it is. Up. Then you got the punch through it, and the magazine release is functioning. Take the pin, the same one you took out, the same one goes in here. Pull the punch out only far enough so that the pin can go in its hole, and then you need to slowly tap it back into place. You can't hammer it in all the way, so you need to use the punch on the table. If you have an old table, just small taps, it doesn't need a large whack on the head. Nothing to it. Magazine release back in. Now we will start by putting back in the hammer. The hammer goes in like so, and we have this nice little, wait, almost forgot. First, before you put in the hammer, you place inside the trigger bar. Again, you see here there's a bigger gap, and it will fit. You push the trigger backwards, pull the trigger, slide in the trigger bar, and then release. Now it's in place and it cannot drop out anymore. You release the trigger. You can see you can move the trigger now with the trigger bar. Okay, drop it in place. Now we can push in the hammer, and we're gonna put in the hammer pin. Goes in from this side. It has a top and a bottom side. The hammer. So make sure to get you need to pull the trigger in order to get the pin in, so the trigger bar goes out of the way. You need to keep, you can turn it, and then at one point it will snap in. Next we're gonna put in the release, the catch, and so on, all the fiddly stuff. But first we're gonna start with the decocking lever, and you need to fiddle that in between the springs and the hammer. And now I put in my pin so that I keep this one aligned, and I hope you can see it. so. Then we're gonna get the catch. To fill it in like here. Whoop. Pulled it out a little bit too far. So now we need to put this fiddly thing back in. As I'm having my camera in between me and the gun, it's not that easy. It needs to drop in behind the spring. There's the fiddly part. You need to get it there. And you need to use your fingers to take care. Yes, got him. Okay. Got that one. Now we're gonna do the other thing. The next piece. Yep, got him. Just pull. I'm still pushing through the punch as I go. Gonna do the, what was it called, number 32? Disconnector in. Final thing is the disconnector. Hammer needs to be released. Now I need to fiddle the disconnector in. And the disconnector also locks the hammer pin. So if that's not in place, the disconnector will not come in place. And now you need to fiddle it around until you get the disconnector hole lined up with the rest of the gun. I got it already, you idiot. Okay, I have it now. So now it is functioning without the spring pressure. And you say, can I get the spring in? Yes, you can. Just stick it up here. It's right. It should be okay. There it is. So I'm gonna get the long pin, and as I said, it has a little notch on it. Push it in from the side. Here it also has a notch, but it's smoother. Here it's like so. There's a little notch here. Put it in and it will slide easily enough through all the way. And then you need to take the final few hits and you got it in place. Okay. Now you can put on the spring. I need to put the catch on. Oop. I need to show it. That's the purpose of this film. You see there's this shape. You put it on here. You need to push it, and that's the hard way, all the way. Doesn't go to here, it must go through there. So you take your 3mm punch Just keep it there. Push with a flat screwdriver or something else and stick yourself in the hand. It's a bitch, but it's doable. Yes! Take it out slowly till the hole opens. Put the pin in there and gently put it back in its original location. It should go in like normal something. Bang. Got it, luckily. The hammer spring is now back in place. The pin here is only kept in place with the force of the spring. It's just pushing it in the hole and it stays in place. Now you can put the back of the grip back on and lock it in place with its pin. And you just whack it in like so. Put it a little bit deeper so that you don't snag on it. Okay, that's that. Now we're gonna push the slide release back in. With disassembly, I told you there's a little notch here. It needs to go in this point, a hole, so it goes up on like so, and then you can slide it in place. That's that. Then we take the other one, other side, align it and push it in. Check that's working. It's working. Okay, now you've done this, you cock the hammer, push it open, and you can put the top back on. Slide it on nice and easily. There it is, all the way back, push in, done. Slide it a few times, that does it. It works. Pull the trigger. Dry firing is not something you must do. It's not something to do. Okay. Test it, and if you have some dummy rounds, you can put them in the magazine and cycle the weapon through a few times. It works. No hiccups. Trigger safety works. It doesn't go off now. Safety still works. It's not completely closed. Now it's closed and the hammer will fall. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making this film, and see you on another vids I'm gonna place on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bam Bam signing off.